Hi guys. So today is Friday, November the 15th. It is 1:38 actually, in the afternoon. I just got home about maybe half an hour ago. I was so tired. As you can see, this is what I brought home today. I went to Home Depot again. This is for the wood I showed you in my previous video is for project number 1. It is my ledges. I am making them approximately 18 ledges, but I think I have 19 because I asked for 18 cuts. But when you cut the last one, of course, you're left with one more, which is this one. So I think I have actually 19 ledges, which is fine. I have enough fastenings for that. Today I picked up wood again. Same wood. I don't know what you call it. I think it's just number 2 pine, something like that. But it's I can't pronounce this word. It's I think it's K-I-L-N, or the other way around. But anyway, it's a type of way that they, I guess, dry out the wood. I don't know, or something. But anyway, it's safe for the chins to chew on. That's all that's important. But anyway, I told the guy today that I didn't want to pay him. So the wood was $5 something a piece, $5.27 each actually, and I bought 3 pieces. They were 8 feet long, so I bought 3, so $15 or so. I told him that the day before, which is yesterday when I got these ones, I had to pay him $1 a cut. After the first 3 cuts, you have to pay. And I told him, I said, I really don't want to pay you $6. So I basically needed 2 feet long. So this is 2 feet. So on an 8-foot board, I can get 4 pieces. So on the first board, he's going to cut it 3 times, which will give me 4 pieces, right? Because the last one you cut, you'll end up with 2 pieces, right? So I said, I'm giving you 3 boards, so that means I'm going to give you 3 cuts per board. And I said, well, that means I have to pay you for 6 of the cuts. You're going to cut 9 of them. 9 times, but I'm paying 6. And I said, I really don't want to pay you $6. Is that okay? And so the guy's like, okay. So then instead too, he made it even easier. I don't know why the guy yesterday didn't do this, but he stacked the 2 8-feet boards together. So he actually only did 3 cuts on the first 2 boards. And then he actually only cut the last board 3. So really, he only gave me 3 cuts extra for free. But it would have cost me $6. So now I didn't have to pay anything for the cutting. And then he was, asking, what are you making it for? And because it's not very exact, right? Because the saw does take up a little bit of your wood. But I told him, I was like, I'm not building a house. It doesn't have to be exact, but preferably close together because I'm gonna join them together. So anyway, he cut them, and that was great. So that only came to $15.81 for 3 boards, and now I have 12 pieces instead, 2 feet long pieces. So that's not bad for $15. Here's the fun part. I went and got the fasteners. This is for my side project. This isn't even part of the 3 projects. So this is only for the tunnels. I was going to make them wooden tunnels. So the wooden tunnels are 4 pieces. It basically will be like this, but it's going to be a square shape opening instead. And I'm going to mount it. Now, originally I was going to buy fasteners for that, but it came out to be really expensive. The guy even offered me 25% off. So what I was going to do was drill a hole. Imagine this in a square shape. I was going to drill 2 holes on this thing, or 4. 2 or 4. And then on the inside, I was going to thread this out and then attach it to my wall. So if the tube was on the inside, the fastener would come out this way, right, through the wire. So this would be actually located on the inside. And then I was actually going to use wing nuts. Now, wing nuts were at 59 cents, I believe, each. Yeah. And if that's the case, I'm going to build them 4 of these tunnels. That's why I bought so many pieces of wood, and also because the numbers worked out right. I just wanted 4 because I have like so many levels. So if I'm using 4, okay, this is already like over $1. and there's another dollar. So it's going to cost me $2 per tunnel. Okay, so if I'm making 4 tunnels, it's $8 for just wing nuts alone. $8 for the wing nuts, and then I'm paying $15 for the wood. So let's round it up to 25 already. And then I haven't even included these things yet. And these things were 35 cents each, so about $1.40. So I was thinking to myself, there's got to be a cheaper way. So I'm going to change it. So instead, I just bought these for the tubes. So in order for me to mount this, all I'm going to do after I assemble it along the corner edge on the top and bottom, 4 corners, I'm just going to drill a hole into the wall, into this thing, and I'm going to attach it that way. I will show you guys that before I attach them to the cage, but I won't be able to show you while I'm doing it because it'll probably run too long anyway. It'll take several hours to install these because my chins are actually in the cage. I just lock them out of each level. There's like a ramp. There's a doorway. I don't know if you can see that, but probably not. Okay, but there is one. If you can see, it's red. I can't see it on my phone, but it doesn't mean you won't see it on the computer. But there's a ramp there, so I can actually lock it. I just hang up my ramps. So back to this. So this is a side project. So originally I went to the States just, I think, shortly before Sniffles, my hamster, passed away. So I had plans for this. I wanted to see if they would like the tunnels. I will be buying next year metal ones. They actually make them out of metal. There's a lady that makes them. I think it's a lady. I spoke to her already. Shipping will be about almost $20. The tunnels are $22, so I can ship like 4 or 5 of them for that price. So it's not too bad because there's metal. They'll never be able to chew it and destroy it. So it's basically the same concept as what I'm doing, except I'm using cardboard. So I do anticipate they're going to chew these, but you know, they are meant for chewing. They're chewblers. But I will be taking the, whatever those things are, the fuzzy stuff out because it's actually dangerous for animals. They're actually dangerous for all sorts of pets. You should not give this to any kind of pet, especially hamsters. All it takes is a couple tangles on their claws if they have extremely long nails, and they would just work themselves up trying to free themselves, and they would just get tangled. It's kind of like a animal, like a insect trapped in a spider's web. They would just exhaust themselves. So it's not a good idea. Plus, they might try to eat it. They cheek it, and it can get caught in their cheeks. But I was going to do that, and so I bought these just for that because they're expensive. The tubes I can replace. They stopped making this. That's why I bought these. They were on clearance. Bosley's was selling them. Original Bosley's price was $11.98 each. I got them at discount, so it was 2 at $3. So instead of $11.98 each, I only paid $3 for each of these. So it was a really, really good price. So I bought 2. They only had 2. Otherwise, I would buy like a gazillion. Because I'm paying $22 for this thing in the States. Not in the States, sorry, online. But it comes with a fleece cover and everything, and it's metal. But I thought it'd be fun for now, for Christmas. So this is all for Christmas. Everything I'm doing for them is for Christmas. So the reason I bought these is because when I go to the States, I think it's Petco, they sell it. The very first Petco that we come across when we pass through the border, there's a Petco and a PetSmart right across from each other. The Petco has them, and they're very good price. I think it was like $4 or $5 the last time I went. So it's not a bad price. So I planned that I might be able to replace it, and plus this way I can reuse it. The other reason is because it's not like I can attach it with anything else. Okay, it's cardboard. So, yeah, I was going to give them a tube. If this wooden tunnel works out, I may not even go with the fleece ones because the fleece ones are $22 each. And they're only about this size. From what I understand, based on the measurements, they're exactly this size. For $22 is metal, and I'm paying almost $20 to ship it. So I'm buying 4 tunnels, it's $80, and then shipping, so it's $100 for 4 of these things. Right now, these things are $3 because I got them on clearance, but they're always on clearance. If you just keep your eyes open for these things. You can also go to the hardware store, I think, and get these cardboard tunnels. All you have to do is actually have that thing that cuts it. You can buy a handheld one, I know. It's the kind of saw that's like it's like a half U-shaped thing. It's pretty big, it's pretty bulky, but you could cut them yourself. If you really want to save a buck. The other idea is to use PVC tunnels, but you'd have to sew your own liners. The reason I don't want to really use PVC is because I've been told it can kind of seep some sort of toxic, fumes or something along that line. So it's not exactly the best thing. If you can afford it, metal would be your best choice. But if the wooden tunnels work out, I might do that because I have a feeling this is really fun because the wooden tunnel will give them a tunnel, and not to mention on top they can still run because it's a flat surface. So it serves as a ledge, and then it serves as a hiding place, a tunnel. And the tunnel's long enough that they'll definitely feel safe, very safe, because it's 2 feet long, and these animals only take up about a 6-inch. So there's 6 inches in 2 feet. So there's like enough for 4 chins to sit in there happily. So if it's just 2 chins, they can both cuddle in there. I think it will make a good hiding place. I will need to go to Home Depot once more at least. I forgot to get the thing for this thing. I returned the sander today. I saved $41. So I returned the sander and the goggles, the glasses I bought for the sander. So I was going to go get something. It was like a little blue sponge, and it's already got a sandpaper feeling to it, and you're supposed to use it, and then when it runs out, you can just wrap this stuff around it. I was going to buy one. It's only $2 something. I remember it's under $3, $2.89 maybe, $2.69. So I was going to buy that. Plus, the reason I have to go back is because I couldn't carry anymore. I don't drive, so I took this all by bus. So I have to go back once more, and also because if you cut too many pieces of wood, they start charging you, and I didn't want to pay for cutting. Because yesterday's wood was only 11 something and the cutting was 13 something. So, it's more expensive to cut the wood than the wood itself. Most people only want to cut in half or something. But I had him cut like 6 cuts in one piece of wood. So it was getting pretty pricey. But tomorrow, hopefully, if it's not pouring, because I really don't like carrying wood in the rain. I worry that they'll mold. I don't know if that's how they mold. I just know wood can mold. I don't really understand how, but I was planning to go back, and this time I will be buying 2 pieces, so only 2 8-feet pieces, and I will be chopping them at 22.5 inches. And if you can't do that, because there's a plus and minus, you can't be exact, I'm going to get him to chop it at 22. And because it's only a couple, maybe one extra cut, I think he'll be okay with giving it for free. So it'll cost me another $10. Presently running, the original total cost $45 for the first project part 1. And then today's total was $21.26. So it's $67 right now. If you round it up, maybe $68. So I'm under $70, and then so based on today, I will be repeating this total. Basically, eventually, I won't be getting all of the wood tomorrow, because it's just so heavy. Well, maybe I will, but that's all I need. Basically, what you see here is what I need. One more set of this, but it will be chopped a little bit shorter. And those will be for the bridges, to bridge this gap so that they don't step on it as much, and I won't have to have the fleece there. I just worry they get their feet too far down and they break it or something. But so far, they're okay, but I just thought it would be pretty, and while I'm doing it, I might as well pull out the tools and stuff. So yeah, I am praying that I won't work tomorrow. My coworker is going to a funeral. She leaves today. She comes back on Sunday. I think she's off on Monday as well. So she was on the schedule. I don't know who they replaced her with, but it could be they haven't replaced her at all. So there's a chance I might get called in at like 10:30 tonight to go in for a shift at 5 a.m. So if there's no plans changed, then I will be working on this tomorrow after I wake up. Okay, guys?